Hello all, hope everyone doing good. In case if you are looking for more test automation video, I would suggest you to subscribe my YouTube channel. And this is the continuation of my last video where we initially discussed about that BDD test automation framework using Cucumber. As we discussed earlier, we discussed about what are feature files and what is step definitions and how to write a test runner class file by combining both feature file and step definition using a glue command. Those things we already discussed in last video. Today what we are going to discuss is today we are going to discuss about some additional features. So those additional features are primarily like how to create logs and how to install Maven for your Windows and how to run the test using Maven directly in command prompt and also by creating the batch file. So this will ease your test execution flow. So I would suggest you to go through this one by one. Okay, so okay, fine guys. So this is my previous project. Okay, so what I did here is like I opened this pom.xml and I added a log4j dependency. How to add the dependency? Yes, you need to go to MEN repository and from there you can download this dependency, copy this and simply paste it there. It will automatically add the respective jar in your Maven dependency folder. Okay, so that is the management behind the Maven. And after that you need to create a log4j.property file. So what is this file? It's a property file. We are telling how your log needs to be displayed in your missions. So what I'm going to do is like here I just copied this property file. This you can copy whatever file. So many things are available in website. You can download it from anywhere, but however I would suggest you to get it downloaded from how to do in java.com. So it has the very good file. So I just copy pasted that file here and I specified the path where the log needs to be created. So I have given the same workspace where my project is currently installed. Okay, I'm just giving the same path and okay, so what we are going to do now is like okay, so have given that and I need to add couple of commands in my step definitions for tracing those logs. Okay, so what I did is like have created a logger variable and I called the logger variable and I set the property for the log variables like it needs to refer to log4j.properties. And it is simple, like wherever you need to trace the log, you can use the function logger.info followed by the text what it needs to be get captured. Okay, I was just giving that and that's it from logs perspective. Like there are many commands out there, like can trace it, you can trace, you can debug, you can do info, you can warn, you can error, whatever logs accordingly you need to select. In case if you want to track some error, you can track it as logger.error instead of info. Okay, it's just the process, like okay. So after that okay, so before executing the program I will tell you how to install Maven. So you need to go to this folder. Okay, like maven.apache.org and you need to click the download tab and you need to download the binary archive file. Wherever you want you can download and you need to extract the archive file in C folder. So once you extracted this, okay, you can see the folder and you just copy this bin path and you need to add it in environmental variables because your system should know where the Maven is available, right? So go to environmental variables and here go to path, and you need to add this 3 path like Apache -maven and m2 underscore home maven underscore home. How you need to add this? You need to simply click new and you need to add this. Okay, after that you need to create 2 more variables for maven and m2. The reason why are we doing it is like in case in future if you are planning to use Jenkins, obviously it will refer to m2 and maven. So I would suggest you to create 2 more variables, m2 underscore home maven underscore home, and you please give the direct path, no need to give any bin path. After giving that, click OK. So this is the primary setup you need to do. And how to verify whether maven is installed properly, like this is simple. Like you need to go to command prompt, cmd, here you need to type mbn space hyphen version. So this will tell you what version is installed, and currently I installed 3.6.3. okay, so what we need to do is how to run the program. Simple, like we need to copy our project and simply type cd space and paste that project and enter it. It will automatically take you to the project path. Now in this path what you need to do is like simply type mvn space clean space install. This will execute the maven entire project. So you can see that it started executing. Yeah, it initially the necessary plugins got loaded. You can see test got run, and you can see directly all my tests successfully being run. And once all my totally 3 test cases are there, so we check with 3 different users and check whether the logging is correctly working fine or not. So once my test cases is executed, you can see the build is passed message. Okay, build is success. So within the 34 seconds all my automation scripts got executed. Okay, so next time if you want to run it directly, I would suggest you to create a bat file. How to create a bat file? Right click, new, click text and click test document and create run.bat file. So after creating that, right click it and click edit, and whatever command you gave, right, you simply give that command here. After giving that command, you click and save it. So next time if you want to run, you no need command prompt or Eclipse, nothing is required. Simply you need to double click and run this bat file. That's it guys. So it will automatically start executing it. Using task scheduler, you can even make this particular file to execute whenever you want as per the schedule. So this will help you to automate even better. So these are all the best practices currently being followed at worldwide for your test automation scripts. Okay, I forgot to show you the logs. I'm showing you. So this is our log file. So I'm just opening it. So it will show me for which file which has been executed properly. So you can simply see that here guys. So you can see all my logs, at what time what command is executed. So this will help me to debug it. So thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to share these best practices, and I would suggest you to subscribe to my channel for more such videos in future. Thank you everyone.